Good morning, welcome back to Coping with COVID. And I've had some time off. Suddenly realised at the beginning of last week that I was exhausted and overwhelmed. So I have the great freedom to choose when I have time off, and I had some days off and I'm feeling a lot better for it. And welcome back to the chalet. The sun is moving around. I may move around a little bit with it because I seem to disappear in the sunlight or whatever. And there's some, I think, intermittent sanding going on nearby, so you may hear noises. So this is another Coping with COVID. And there is a lot to cope with. And I'm just beginning to process what it is that we are coping with, and reading bits and pieces, and written actually some notes this time. This is getting serious. Got some notes. Woo, yes, not many notes, but just enough. I think there are four things going on: threat, change, restriction, and opportunity. Threat. COVID poses a threat to our existence and our view of our existence. We thought that, barring disaster, we would live a healthy life, be able to fulfill our ambitions and so on, and die a ripe old age. But COVID is threatening that. There is a threat to our existence and our view of life. I think a lot of people in the developing world would just say, well, welcome to our world, but it's a bit new for us. There's also change. Most of us are doing things differently. We can't go out, we're working from home, we're learning new technologies, and that is a big thing. I think I might have mentioned I had a little sort of outburst when I was getting overwhelmed with video editing technology. Actually, Anne has done it far better than I have. She's the video editor now. So the change causes frustration and difficulty. Restriction, obviously, we are restricted. We're not able to go out as much. Some people confined to their houses and gardens. We're all restricted in one way or another, and there's a real need to accept those restrictions and not say, oh no, it doesn't apply to me, as some people have said, sadly, even world leaders. But we won't go there. Sanding started. So there's restriction, but there's also opportunity. I have this nagging feeling that we have this choice, this chance to do things differently in our world, to reverse the effects of climate change. I've heard it as climate deterioration or something. It's not just change, it's getting worse. This could be the wake-up call. This could be our opportunity to do things differently. So, threat to our existence. Change, we're all thrust into change, which is exhausting and difficult and tiring. There are restrictions which are demanding on us, and we have this opportunity. Are we going to take the opportunity? Are we going to blow it again? So, that seems an awful lot to cope with. How do we cope? What do we do to cope with all of this? It may seem trivial almost, but what I've written down is make the small things count. Make the small things count. How could you today make the small things count? Those opportunities, if you are able to go out to greet someone, you don't know them, but smile and say hello. Not that you're having a conversation, or if you are, you're going to have it miles apart. But greet people. Take opportunities to be kind and helpful. We've now got a box for our food bank outside the vicarage, and people have brought all sorts. Taking those opportunities to do something. Make the small things count. Take time. If you can't go out with a pot plant, just look at that pot plant and see the wonder in that plant. Or if you can go out, take time with the view. Don't rush past. Run. Just take time. If you are running or if you're walking, take time just to absorb the view. However you do that, whether that's walking or for me, I can't really think and walk at the same time, so I have to stop and look at views. Make the small things count. And give yourself space. These are huge threats. Threat, change, restriction, opportunity. These are big things. We need to care for ourselves, find the support that we need. What are you needing to support you? What are you missing? And how could you find that? If you're an extrovert, do you need to phone people up and have a chat? Or do you need some time reading or some time outside in the garden? Whatever it is, discern what you need to feed your soul and make the small things count. Thanks.